Welcome to the Bio Everywhere that makes the biological concepts easier for you. So, आज के सेशन में हम बात करेंगे ह्यूमन रिप्रोडक्शन। ह्यूमन रिप्रोडक्शन सबसे पहले हम बात करते हैं रिप्रोडक्शन। रिप्रोडक्शन होता क्या है? रिप्रोडक्शन बेसिकली क्या है? इट इज अ बायोलॉजिकल प्रोसेस। ये क्या है? बायोलॉजिकल प्रोसेस है in which an organism give rise to the young ones of its own kind. In which organism give rise to the young ones of its own kind. मतलब कि जो ऑर्गेनिज्म अपने नेक्स्ट जनरेशन को बनाता है, अपने बच्चों को पैदा करते हैं, इसी प्रोसेस को हम क्या कहते हैं? रिप्रोडक्शन कहते हैं। सो बेसिकली reproduction is a biological process in which organism give rise to young ones. Now the question is, why this reproduction is so essential? Reproduction जरूरी क्यों है? So the answer is because due to this reproduction, इस reproduction की वजह से हमारी लाइफ की जो continuity है, means one generation after other generation, ये सब किस वजह से possible हो पा रहा है? Due to this reproduction. So reproduction helps to maintain the continuity of the generation, and second one, the reproduction will leads to the evolution. Due to the changes that takes place in the sexual reproduction, that changes leads to the evolution. So indirectly reproduction will also help in the evolution. इसीलिए reproduction करना क्या है? जरूरी है। अब अगर हम बात करें ह्यूमन रिप्रोडक्शन के अंदर, तो ह्यूमन रिप्रोडक्शन के अंदर कुछ एक प्रोसेस है जिसकी वजह से हम जो ऑर्गेनिज्म हैं वो अपने नए यंग वंस को अराइज करते हैं, नए यंग वंस को जन्म देते हैं। सो प्रोसेसेस कौन कौन सी हैं? सबसे पहली प्रोसेस होती है गैमेटोजेनेसिस। फर्स्ट प्रोसेस इज गैमेटोजेनेसिस। सो गैमेटोजेनेसिस मीन्स दिस जेनेसिस वर्ड स्टैंड्स फॉर द फॉर्मेशन। जेनेसिस मीन्स फॉर्मेशन। किसकी फॉर्मेशन? गैमेट्स की फॉर्मेशन। सो गैमेटोजेनेसिस का मतलब क्या होता है? गैमेट्स का बनना। अब गैमेट क्या है? मेल गैमेट और फीमेल गैमेट। मेल गैमेट इज स्पर्म और फीमेल गैमेट क्या होता है? ओवम। सो इस प्रोसेस को हम क्या कहते हैं? गैमेटोजेनेसिस। नाउ जब गैमेट बन जाते हैं, गैमेट बनने के बाद जो मेल गैमेट है वो फीमेल गैमेट तक रीच करता है ताकि दोनों आपस में फ्यूज हो सके, और इसी प्रोसेस को हम कहते हैं इंसेमिनेशन। That process is called insemination. Insemination means transfer of sperm within the female reproductive tract. Female reproductive tract के अंदर sperms जो वो पहुंच जाते हैं। After insemination, there is fusion of male and the female nuclei of gamete. Male और female gamete की nuclei आपस में fuse करती हैं, and that fusion is called fertilization. Now after the fertilization, zygote form and zygote get developed into the embryo. Now this embryo will attach to the uterus wall, and that attachment of embryo at the uterus wall is called implantation. So the next process is implantation. और implantation कहाँ पे होती है? यूट्रस के अंदर। यूट्रस की वॉल से जो भी डेवलपिंग एम्ब्रियो है वो नरिशमेंट लेता है और अपने आप को 9 मंथ्स के पीरियड में डेवलप कराता है, एंड दैट पीरियड ऑफ अबाउट 9 मंथ्स इज कॉल्ड जेस्टेशन पीरियड। दैट इज कॉल्ड जेस्टेशन पीरियड इन विच एम्ब्रियो डेवलप्स इट्स बॉडी पार्ट एंड कंप्लीटली गेट नरिशमेंट। Now after the complete development of the embryo or the fetus is ready to be delivered, and that delivery phase of the fetus is known as parturition. So this parturition, in the simple terms, it is also known as the delivery phase. So the baby is to be delivered outside the female body. So these are some processes that takes place during the human reproduction. First one, formation of gamete. Second, reach of the sperm to the female gamete. Third, there is fusion of sperm and ovum. Now the next, after the fertilization, zygote and embryo get attached to uterus wall, that is called implantation. And after implantation, embryo will get nourishment from the uterus wall, and that period of about 9 months is called gestation period. Now the last phase is when the fetus get completely developed and completely grows, then it is to be delivered outside the female body, and this process is known as parturition phase. And after the parturition, there is next process which is called lactation phase. Lactation means breast. So here, after the delivery of the baby, the mother will provide milk to the young one, and that phase is called lactation phase. Lactation means breastfeeding or to provide the milk to the young one. So these are some processes that takes place during the human reproduction: gametogenesis, insemination, fertilization, implantation, gestation, parturition, and last one is lactation period or lactation phase. Now अब हम क्या करते हैं, गैमेटोजेनेसिस के दौरान हमें पता है कि गैमेट्स बनते हैं. अब वो गैमेट्स बनते कहाँ पे हैं? दैट गैमेट्स आर फॉर्म्ड इनसाइड्स द गोनेट. तो ये गैमेट कहाँ बनेंगे? गोनेट्स में. और इसीलिए अब हमें पहले क्या पढ़ना है? मेल रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम एंड फीमेल रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम. सो लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द मेल रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम. मेल रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम. So, firstly, this male reproductive system includes a pair of testes, accessory ducts, accessory glands, and the last one is external genitalia. Now here, a pair of testes is present outside the abdomen in a pouch-like structure which is called scrotum. Now, the testes are present in a pouch-like structure which is called scrotum. Now, the question is, why these testes are present outside the abdomen? कि जो भी testes हैं ये abdomen से बाहर क्यों present होती हैं? Answer is, हमारी बॉडी का जो टेम्परेचर है वो बेसिकली 37 डिग्री सेल्सियस है, विच इज नॉट सुटेबल फॉर द प्रोसेस ऑफ स्पर्मेटोजेनेसिस. इसीलिए स्पर्मेटोजेनेसिस प्रोसेस के लिए सुटेबल टेम्परेचर, ऑप्टिमम टेम्परेचर जो होता है वो 2 से 3 डिग्री सेल्सियस टेम्परेचर कम होता है देन द बॉडी टेम्परेचर. इसी वजह से जो टेस्टिस हैं वो आउटसाइड द एब्डोमेन प्रेजेंट होती हैं और they are present in a pouch like structure which is called scrotum. So here the scrotum will provide optimum temperature for the process of spermatogenesis. So here, for the formation of sperms, suitable temperature is provided outside the abdomen. So these testes are present outside in a pouch which is called scrotum. Now the next one is accessory ducts or accessory glands. They help in the transport of sperm. ये क्या करती हैं? Sperm को transport कराती हैं. Now the next is external genitalia, which include penis. And this penis help in the process of insemination, means it carries sperm from the male reproductive system to the female reproductive tract. It carries the sperm to female reproductive tract. So this is about external genitalia. अब हम इन चारों पार्ट्स के बारे में वन बाय वन पढ़ेंगे. सबसे पहला टेस्टिस हमने पढ़ लिया है. एक पेयर होता है, स्क्रोटम के अंदर प्रेजेंट होता है, एब्डोमेन से बाहर होता है ताकि स्पर्मेटोजेनेसिस के लिए ऑप्टिमम टेम्परेचर प्रोवाइड कर सके. Now let's discuss about the next part, which is accessory ducts. These accessory ducts include seminiferous tubule, rete testis, vasa efferentia, epididymis, vas deferens, So these are some parts of accessory ducts and these parts help in the transport of sperm. ये सारे के सारे sperm transport में मदद करेंगे. So sperm transport होता कैसे है? सबसे पहले testes के seminiferous tubule के अंदर, in the seminiferous tubule sperm formation takes place. तो यहाँ पे क्या बनते हैं? स्पर्म्स बनते हैं. तो स्पर्म्स कहाँ बनते हैं? सेमिनिफेरस ट्यूब्यूल के अंदर. अब इसी सेमिनिफेरस ट्यूब्यूल से स्पर्म जो है दैट विल ट्रांसपोर्ट टू द वासा इफ्रेंशिया विद द हेल्प ऑफ रिटे टेस्टिस. सो रिटे टेस्टिस के थ्रू स्पर्म कहाँ तक पहुँच गया? वासा इफ्रेंशिया तक. नाउ द स्पर्म will enter into the epididymis by passing through the vasa efferentia. अब vasa efferentia से sperm जाता है epididymis के अंदर. Then after epididymis it will reach up to the vas deferens. And through this vas deferens it will reach up to the urinary bladder. जैसे ही यूरिनरी ब्लैडर में जाता है वास डिफरेंसेस के बाद, तो यहाँ पे इसके अंदर सेमिनल प्लाज्मा विच इज अ सिक्रीशन ऑफ सेमिनल वेसिकल एंड प्रोस्टेट ग्लैंड सिक्रीशन दे गेट मिक्स विद द स्पर्म. ये स्पर्म के साथ मिल जाते हैं और ये एंटर करते हैं किसमें? यूरिनरी ब्लैडर के अंदर. Now this urinary bladder leads this to urethra, and through this urethra this will come outside with the help of penis, which is the external genitalia of male. Now through this penis sperm will come to outside. Now this penis have two parts. One is enlarged end and the second one is loose fold of skin. This loose fold of skin is called foreskin, while this enlarged end of the penis, this is called glans penis. And the function of this penis is it is helpful to transport the sperm into the female reproductive tract. So this is about male accessory ducts. So these ducts, they are helpful to transport the sperm through the male reproductive system to the female reproductive system. Now the accessory glands in male reproductive system includes prostate gland, second one bulbourethral gland, and the third one is bulbourethral seminal vesicle, and third one is seminal vesicle. The secretion of these three glands, prostate, bulbourethral and seminal vesicle, they all help in the transport of sperm by providing lubrication or lubricants. They help in the transport of sperm, means they provide motility to the sperm. This is about accessory glands in the male reproductive system. So this is about male reproductive system, which include four parts: testes, accessory ducts, accessory glands and the external genitalia. So here in the male reproductive system, the male gamete will form, and that male gamete is represented by the sperm. So here the sperm is formed inside the seminiferous tubules of the testes. So now let's discuss about the next system, which is female reproductive system. So in the female reproductive system, female gamete formation takes place, and this female gamete is represented by egg or ova. So female gamete क्या है? egg or ova, and that is produced by this female reproductive system. And in this female reproductive system, the primary female sex organ is ovaries, and these ovaries are present in a pair. So here a pair of ovaries is present. Now the next is accessory ducts and external genitalia, and last one is mammary glands. So in the female reproductive system, there includes a pair of ovaries, accessory ducts, external genitalia, and the last one is mammary glands. सबसे पहले हम बात करेंगे ओवरीज की. ये ओवरी क्या है? These are the primary female sex organ. ये प्राइमरी फीमेल सेक्स ऑर्गन है जो कि फीमेल गैमेट को रिलीज करती है, एंड दैट फीमेल गैमेट इज ओवा और एग. सो दीज आर द प्राइमरी फीमेल सेक्स ऑर्गन, and they produce ova, and they also secrete steroid female sex hormone. Now in the accessory ducts, it includes oviduct, or which is also known as fallopian tube, and the other part is uterus, cervix, vagina. These all are the accessory ducts present in the female reproductive system. So here there is a pair of ovaries, each on the right or the left side. So there are two ovaries, one on the right side and second on the left side. And these ovaries, they will produce ova or egg, and that ova is carried by the fallopian tube, or which is also known as oviduct. And this oviduct have basically three parts. These oviducts basically have three parts, and those three parts are infundibulum, ampulla, and isthmus. And these infundibulum have such finger-like projections, and these finger-like projections are called fimbriae. And these fimbriae, they help in the collection of the ovum from the ovary. So here there are two ovaries, one on right side and second on the left side. ये ओवरी किस में मदद करेगी? ओवा प्रोडक्शन में. सो यहाँ पे क्या आएगा? एग का प्रोडक्शन होता है. नाउ दिस एग इज कैरिड बाय द हेल्प ऑफ फैलोपियन ट्यूब. फैलोपियन ट्यूब के तीन पार्ट्स हैं, इनफंडिबुलम, एम्पुला और इस्थमस. इनफंडिबुलम के अंदर इस तरीके से फिंगर लाइक प्रोजेक्शंस होती हैं जो कि इस ओवरी से ओवा को कलेक्ट करती हैं और फिर इसे एम्पुला, इस्थमस और यहाँ तक लेके जाती हैं. अब इसके बाद एम्पुला जो रीजन है, दिस एम्पुला इज द मेन साइट फॉर द फर्टिलाइजेशन. सो द मेन साइट फॉर फर्टिलाइजेशन इज एम्पुला. मेन साइट ऑफ fertilization is ampulla. Here the sperm will enter in through the vagina or through cervix and reach up to ampulla, where there is fusion of ova or sperm, and that is called fertilization, which we will discuss later. So here in the female reproductive system, these are some accessory ducts. One is oviduct or this fallopian tube. Next one is uterus. This is a worm-like structure or inverted pear-like structure, and this inverted pear-like structure is called uterus. Next, cervix or vagina. through this vagina or cervix, the sperm will enter into the female reproductive tract. So they help in the insemination or the fertilization. Now discuss about the next structure, which is uterus. This uterus is basically a womb. Womb means cock, जहाँ पे बच्चा 9 months तक अपना complete development करता है. That part is uterus, and this uterus is of inverted pear shape. It is of inverted pear shape and it is womb for the baby development up to the 9 months. And this uterus have 3 walls. One outer, middle and the innermost. Outermost wall is perimetrium. Then myometrium and the innermost is endometrium. These are the 3 walls present in uterus. This perimetrium is outermost, myometrium present in middle and this endometrium is present inside. अब हम इनके functions की अगर बात करें, सो पेरीमेट्रियम सबसे बाहर प्रेजेंट है, इसीलिए इसका मेन फंक्शन है प्रोटेक्शन का. सो पेरीमेट्रियम प्रोवाइड प्रोटेक्शन टू द डेवलपिंग एम्ब्रियो एंड दिस मायोमेट्रियम help in the strong contractions during the childbirth so that baby is expelled outside the female body. So myometrium is responsible for strong contractions during the childbirth. Third is endometrium. Now this endometrium lining get break and that result into the bleeding that will pass through the vagina, and it is helpful in the formation of menstrual flow. So menstrual flow is due to the breakdown of this lining, which is endometrium. So these are the functions of these 3 walls of uterus, which is perimetrium, myometrium and third one is endometrium. Now this uterus opens into the vagina. This uterus open into vagina through the cervix. Through the cervix. Now the cavity of this cervix is called cervix canal, and this cervix canal along with vagina, it forms the birth canal. It forms birth canal through which completely developed fetus is expelled outside the female body. So birth canal is formed by cervix canal plus vagina. Now the next part after accessory ducts is external genitalia. In the female reproductive system, the external genitalia includes mons pubis, labia majora, labia minora, and hymen, clitoris. These are the external genitalia present in female reproductive system: mons pubis, labia majora, labia minora, hymen, and the last one is clitoris. This hymen is not a reliable indicator of virginity or the sexual experience. So the presence or absence of hymen is not an indicator of virginity, and this clitoris is a finger-like structure which is synonym as the penis in the male reproductive system. So this is about external genitalia. Last, we discuss about mammary glands. Mammary glands, which is a characteristic feature of all the mammals, is the presence of mammary glands. So there is a pair of mammary glands in the female body. A pair of mammary glands, or which is commonly known as breasts, is present. Now in these mammary glands there are mammary lobules present, there are mammary lobules present which contains variable amount of fat, which contains variable amount of fatty tissues. So there are about 15 to 20 mammary lobules present in each mammary gland, and these mammary lobules will lead to mammary tubules, and these mammary tubules open into the mammary ducts, and these mammary ducts open into the lactiferous ducts through which milk is sucked outside by the nipples. So this is about mammary gland. mammary gland characteristic होती है सभी मैमल्स की, और ये फीमेल्स के अंदर एक पेयर के अंदर प्रेजेंट होती है. इसे हम कॉमनली ब्रेस्ट भी कहते हैं. मैमरी ग्लैंड्स के अंदर मैमरी लोब्यूल्स प्रेजेंट होते हैं. इनमें 15 से लेके 20 मैमरी लोब्यूल्स प्रेजेंट होते हैं, एंड these mammary lobules contains the variable amount of the fat. Now these mammary lobules open into mammary tubules, and from these mammary tubules the secretion will get into the mammary ducts. Through these mammary ducts it will open to lactiferous duct, and then through the nipples the milk is sucked outside. So do you know which hormone is responsible for this milk formation and for this ejection? So do you know about the hormone which is responsible for milk ejection or milk formation? So if you know about the hormone responsible for milk ejection or milk formation, then answer in the comment box about the hormone milk ejection and milk formation hormone. So now let's discuss about the process of gametogenesis. अभी हमने मेल रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम पढ़ लिया है, फीमेल रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम पढ़ लिया है. मेल रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम के अंदर हमें पता चला कि मेल गैमेट स्पर्म किस तरीके से बनता है या किस तरीके से ट्रांसपोर्ट होता है. फीमेल रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम के अंदर ओवरीज के अंदर ओवा या एग का प्रोडक्शन होता है, फिर उसे ओविडक्ट ट्रांसपोर्ट कराने में मदद करती हैं. अब ये जो स्पर्म और ओवा है या एग है, ये किस तरीके से प्रोड्यूस होता है, किस तरीके से इसकी फॉर्मेशन हो रही है, इस टॉपिक के बारे में हम पढ़ेंगे. सो द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक आफ्टर द रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम्स और गोनेड्स इज गैमेटोजेनेसिस. Genesis word stands for the formation. So there is formation of gametes. So now let's discuss about the process of gametogenesis. This Genesis word stands for the formation. So here the formation of gametes takes place. Gametes formation takes place, that is called gametogenesis. Now there are two type of gamete. One is male gamete and the second one is female gamete. This male gamete is sperm and the female gamete is ovum or egg. Now the process of formation of sperm is called spermatogenesis. This is called spermatogenesis. This genesis word always stands for the formation, and this ovum production or ova formation, this is called oogenesis. So oogenesis means genesis word for formation. So there is formation of ova, and spermatogenesis means there is a formation of sperm. So now let's study about the process of spermatogenesis, how the sperms are formed inside the male reproductive system. So sperms are produced within seminiferous tubules. So how they are produced? So let's start with spermatogenesis. सभी को समझ आया कि स्पर्मेटोजेनेसिस का मतलब क्या है? फॉर्मेशन ऑफ स्पर्म्स. अब जो प्रोसेस है स्पर्मेटोजेनेसिस की स्टार्ट कब होती है? इट स्टार्ट्स ड्यूरिंग द प्यूबर्टी स्टेज. इट स्टार्ट ड्यूरिंग प्यूबर्टी स्टेज और इट अकर्स इन मेल्स ड्यूरिंग प्यूबर्टी when they reach up to the sexual maturity or at the age of 13 to 14 when they become sexually mature. So spermatogenesis process begins at the puberty stage. अब spermatogenesis puberty stage में होता है, तब ये प्रोसेस होती कैसे है? सबसे पहले हमारे जो मेल्स हैं, मेल्स के अंदर एक पार्ट होता है दैट इज कॉल्ड स्पर्मेटोगोनियम. दैट इज कॉल्ड स्पर्मेटोगोनियम. ये जो स्पर्मेटोगोनियम है, these are the sperm producing cells and they are diploid in nature, means they carry the double set of chromosomes. Here the number of chromosomes is 46. So the spermatogonium, gonium or spermatogonium, this is diploid in nature. Now this spermatogonium, it will divide by the process of mitosis and there is mitosis differentiation takes place. Mitosis differentiation takes place. This cell will divide into the two and they get further divided 2 into the 4. So there is process of mitosis differentiation. Now this cell will divide into the further 2 parts after the mitosis differentiation and this lead to the result of primary spermatocyte. This will lead to the formation of primary spermatocyte and due to this mitosis division, which is an equational division. Equational division means number of chromosomes remains same. तो यहाँ पे जो नंबर ऑफ क्रोमोसोम्स हैं प्राइमरी स्पर्मेटोसाइट के अंदर, दे विल रिमेन सेम, दैट इज 46 इन नंबर. अब जैसे ही प्राइमरी स्पर्मेटोसाइट बन जाता है, इसके बाद फर्स्ट मियोटिक डिवीजन होती है. तो प्राइमरी स्पर्मेटोसाइट से यहाँ पे क्या कौन सी डिवीजन होएगी? मियोसिस फर्स्ट. एंड मियोसिस फर्स्ट का जो रिजल्ट बनेगा दैट इज सेकेंडरी स्पर्मेटोसाइट. सो यहाँ पे हमारे पास क्या बनेगा? सेकेंडरी स्पर्मेटोसाइट. एंड दिस मियोसिस इज नॉन एज रिडक्शनल डिवीजन. रिडक्शनल डिवीजन क्यों कहा जाता है? क्योंकि यहाँ पे जो नंबर ऑफ क्रोमोसोम्स थे दे विल बिकम हाफ. ये कितना हो जाएगा? हाफ. सो हियर इन द सेकेंडरी स्पर्मेटोसाइट द नंबर ऑफ क्रोमोसोम्स रिमेन्स 23. तो यहाँ पे नंबर ऑफ क्रोमोसोम्स कितना बन जाएगा? 23. नाउ आफ्टर द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ सेकेंडरी स्पर्मेटोसाइट, सेकेंड मियोटिक डिवीजन टेक्स प्लेस. सेकेंड मियोटिक डिवीजन टेक्स प्लेस which further result into the 4 cells, and these 4 cells, they are known as spermatids. They are known as spermatids and they carry the haploid number of chromosomes, means they have also 23 number of chromosomes. Now these spermatids, after the process of spermiogenesis, they will convert into the spermatozoa. They will get converted into the spermatozoa. So what is this spermiogenesis? In the spermiogenesis, these 4 spermatids, they get embedded with this of Sertoli cells and these spermatids will release from the male reproductive tract. That process is called spermiation. So after the spermiogenesis there is a process of formation of sperm. Spermatozoa takes place and this spermatozoa is also known as the sperm. So here during the